A very wise man in the late 15th century, early 16th century, said that mercenaries are braggarts in the times of peace, but are cowards in the times of war. So the DRC should have known that hiring mercenaries to defend their borders was a failing venture. That same man from the late 15th, early 16th century also said that mercenaries are usually more brutal to the people that they have to deal with because they have less allegiance to the rulers of the society. So we can only imagine. But interestingly enough, when the M23 rebels were starting to overrun Goma, guess what? These very mercenaries dropped everything they had and ran into the UN compound. Littered in front of the UN compound with flag jackets and helmets and everything else. So the lesson is, rely on your own forces and your own conscript army to defend your country rather than mercenaries. More than likely, they'll fail you when it really matters. Take a look at this.
Donc il faut aller chez eux à la maison. Dans quel pays? En France. En France. Donc tu quittes là, tu as fait ça en France pour venir se battre contre nous. Alors on se bat pour l'avenir de nos enfants. Assis-toi. Par terre. Mets dans la tête. Faut pas blaguer. Faut pas blaguer avec nous. Nous voulons vraiment que Congo soit un pays digne.
So now you're reminded that war is a racket. War is a game. So these foreign mercenaries are being paid thousands of dollars, $8,000 a month. And the government soldiers of the DRC are paid less than $100 a month. What does that tell you? Well, it's no surprise then that these mercenaries decided to run when war came because they were fighting for the money. But as the gentleman in the video says, they're fighting for their children and for their land. How can you beat people like that? And as is usually the case, these wars are not by accidents or not by coincidence. There's always an issue behind the wars, and the issue is the mineral resources in the DRC. As a matter of fact, they've openly said that cobalt and some other mineral, which are extremely necessary for your cell phones and all your electronic devices, is at the heart of this war. Also, of course, you have the tribal element. But of course, when millions and millions of dollars in raw materials that is needed to make electronic devices is at stake, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think the life of the people is going to be worth, especially to these globalists? You think scenes of displacement and disruption to people's lives, especially civilian life, is going to matter to them? No, it's not. But look at the strength of these women right here. Look at the strength of these women, carrying everything that they own on their backs, all while they have their child or children in hand. Now, I remember women like that. I've had the blessed opportunity to know women like that when I was growing up. Women of strength, of character, of fortitude, of unbreakable spirit. Yeah, I knew many of them. But that is the strength of Black women.
Tuko nasikia mabombe ziko natokea huku, zengine huku na huku.
And here it is, the European mercenaries being given their marching orders and kicked out the country. But more importantly, it's nice to see young, disciplined, organized black men giving marching orders to Europeans in the Congo, irregardless of the side. It's nice to see that. Because after all the death and destruction that has been perpetrated against the people of Congo by Europe, going forward, no European should ever set foot or should be allowed to set foot on the soils of the Congo. So it just shows you what disciplined, organized young black men can do. And I know the world is probably frightened. So it shows you, if you stop listening to nonsensical rap music, discipline yourself, and do not allow yourself to be corrupted by globalists, the sky's the limit of what you can achieve. But there's an agenda, internationally and locally, to corrupt our youth. Because they know if they continue to corrupt our youth, the strongest part of our population, then they have a hold and a control of your country. But if your youth is strong, smart, and aware, then guess what? In this world, they'll realize their full potential. And that is why I'm happy that, President Trump won the election. And as soon as he came in, he went to town on all that nonsense, BS, DEI, and woke ideology. He's cleaning house. And the American youth will be better for it. Hopefully, the rest of the world follows suit. And there's far-reaching consequences to this. And I take comfort in knowing, because I know you guys take your cues from America. Everything America does, everybody follows. So the young black man in America will benefit from the removal of all that corruption and decadence that was being promoted by the Democrat Party. And because you guys take your cues from what is happening in America, I am seeing this influence in youth all over the world. So that'll be a good thing. Stay woke, people. Truly woke in the right sense of woke. Don't allow yourselves to be deceived by globalists, demons. As for the conflict in DRC, hopefully all of this could be resolved amicably in the very near future so that the blood of Africans does not have to be spilled.